Welcome to the 22nd episode of It's All About People, where we listen from people who are doing great in their career. And in this episode, we have an amazing and dynamic personality who is the founder of The Power, which is an organization to help women entrepreneurs. And not only that, she has her own businesses in various sectors, like she is also the board member of Lions Club in Manipal. So we welcome Miss Sarita Santhosh to this episode.
Thank you, Herschelle,
Yeah.
for the warm introduction.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am, for being the part of the same session. And talking about your journey, as we have already discussed, that you started your career from Bombay and you have come here in Manipal to start your own businesses. So, what kind of challenges that you faced? Because Bombay is a culture where it is a fast-paced country, a fast-paced, it is very really fast. But when it comes to Udupi, it's really slow, and language barrier and so many other things are there. So, what kind of challenges that you conquered, and some from there, how did you grow your business?
Yeah, hello, Herschelle. It was definitely a challenging journey right from the time I stepped into Manipal after my marriage, and where I was looking for opportunities because the way I was brought up in Mumbai, it was uh, like you need to achieve something in life. You should have a goal and you should achieve your vision. So my dad is an entrepreneur, and I come from that business family. So when I was young also, I used to help my father in his business. He's coming from the automobile sector. So travel was always there. And uh, when he gifted me a geography book, that was when I realized that this is what I want to do, something in travel. I was passionate about it. So when I came to Manipal, I was looking for opportunities in the travel industry, but definitely I could not actually get that kind of a opening. I did work in a travel agency for 1 year, but then I had to quit because I was expecting my first child. And at that time, I started Sunshine Travels in the year 2001. It's been like now 21 years since I started. I started from home as a home based travel agency, and there were the modest beginnings. It started from the dining table, wherein the journey started, and there were a lot of challenges, but the support, you need to be confident about yourself. You need to be having the knowledge, and if you have knowledge and if you have confidence and you have the dedication, I'm sure whatever you set out to achieve, you will achieve. So it's been a daunting task, but definitely when you look back, you will feel proud of yourself that yes, whatever you set out to achieve, you have. And there have been challenges along the way, and but every day is a challenge. It's not that even after 21 years I can sit back and say that, oh yes, my business is now reached its pinnacle. It's never like that. Every day you have to face a challenge, and that is the beauty of entrepreneurship. It really makes you a complete person in terms of creating the best version of yourself, because you are leading a group of individuals and you are connecting to an entire community for the service you provide. So, how ethical you are, how dedicated you are, how committed you are, how responsible you are is all what matters. So, whenever we talk about entrepreneurship, these qualities are very important, which you have to nurture within yourself. And every day is a challenge, every day is a learning. Every day there is something new to learn. And the industry is so dynamic. Every day things are changing. So you need to keep yourself very much connected to what's happening. So these are the few attributes that could help you to, go in for entrepreneurship.
Yeah, very nice, ma'am. From your journey in the beginning from Bombay and the things that had happened in the past. So it was very well said from you. And you also mentioned that you had some modest beginnings. And we know starting a business is not an easy part, or it is not like being rich, or maybe it's not really a great journey in the initial period. So there will be a lot of down periods that we face. So maybe there were some down periods in your past as well when starting your business. So what was your mindset back then in 21 years? So what kind of mindset that you had that you could come to such this level in 21 years, all the way on your journey?
Yeah, when I started in the year 2001, it was like the name Sunshine Travels, and then went in for a visiting card, designed the logo, and the tagline is Your Reason to Smile. So that was the first step into entrepreneurship. But when you are in business, it's just not about you knowing one area of expertise. Like, supposing I'm very good in the knowledge about travel and tourism, but when you have a business of your own, you need to understand that you have to have a all-round knowledge of business. That means you need to know marketing, you need to know branding, you need to know HR because you are working with individuals. Then you need to know your travel and tourism, and everything and all the government regulations. So all in all, you need to be very well versed with a lot of areas which are connected to the business and which is important for your business. So that's how it was. I was committed to get knowledge on each and every sphere of the business. So that's how I attended a lot of training programs. I attended a lot of workshops. I attended national and international travel expos so that I could get the knowledge what is required to operate a successful travel agency. So those were how I looked at it. But always remember that a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one single step. So unless and until you don't take that first step, you will not be able to achieve anything. So the first step itself was very confident because I knew that I had the expertise, the knowledge, and the dedication to commit myself to a business. At that time, when I started, the modest beginnings because we had to take a loan and we had to buy a computer. That was the only investment at that time. So then we brought a computer, we brought a printer, and I printed a few visiting cards, and that's how I connected to some of the international students in Manipal. And because of the expertise I had in travel, because I was working in Mumbai, uh, they had the confidence in me. So from one passenger, they recommended me, and it went on with recommendation. So most of the clientele that we have from across the world are only through reference because there's not much that I have done in terms of marketing the brand in a way that multinationals do. Because as you know, a small setup have limitations in budget for marketing. So every single client which has come to Sunshine has been through a referral. So that's how important giving good service is all about. So I always concentrate on that, try to do the best I can, and with the kind of knowledge I have, I try to give the best, travel experience for my clients. So the commitment is important. And at that time itself, I had a vision. Even though your beginning is modest, you must have a vision for the future. So the vision was already very clear in my mind that yes, in a matter of time, Sunshine Travels will be having this kind of an office. It will be in the heart of the city. It will be connected to a lot of clients, not only in the regional level but also in the international level. So step by step, you work towards that, and somewhere you feel that yes, you're reaching your that vision is approaching. So that's how, yeah, when I started itself, I had a vision of how it should be for the future and then work towards it.
Yes, really. And talking about vision itself, how much important do you think that vision will play while building your own business? So that is the question, because most of the people, they want to do business just for money or just to prove to their parents that okay, I can earn money on myself, but they do not have a long-term vision. It could be any businesses or major, means small businesses right now. They might not be having a clear vision what they want to do in the coming 5 years or 3 years, or like you in the 21 years. So how much of a big role does a vision play in a business?
Yeah, I think vision is the most important motivating factor for a businesswoman or a businessman. you should understand that in what way is your business going to develop over the years. You should know, you should have a clear idea about it, and what are the steps you are going to take to develop the business. Just not having a vision is important, but how you are going to achieve that is very, very important. It has to be practical. You cannot impractically think and think that it's going to manifest. It's not easy for manifestation to happen. You need to have a vision which is, yes, difficult but doable, and it should give you a larger picture. Also, it's not only about making money, it's about the talent and expertise that you have, which can be translated into a business. So, supposing someone is good in craft, or someone is good in, painting, or someone is good in singing, or someone is good in manufacturing sector or trading sector. These are all in a talent which you have, which if developed in the right way, can translate to a successful business. So always relate your talent, your expertise, your knowledge, and then use that as your base for your business. You cannot go into an unknown sector and then try to be successful in that, because that may not be possible. You need to have the knowledge. You need to have the expertise to develop a successful brand.
Yes,
So for
ma'am.
that, you need to work for it.
Awesome. So that's the importance of vision that we need to have in a business. And even when I discuss with my friends as well, ki, what is your plans in the future? They just tell that, bro, I will work for 3 years in this corporate world, or maybe 5 years in the corporate world, and then later I will start my business. So do you think that is a practical approach, or do you think that they should start right now along with their job so that they can make a scalable business in the future?
No, even when I started working initially, but I was very clear that I wanted to be in the travel industry. So first and foremost, when you select your career, it should be something which suits your talent, your nature, your personality, your the natural gifts of maybe communication, if you have HR skills, or what is your area of interest is what you need to understand first. What is the business which you think you can drive in the future? It's and connected to that only you work. It's not that you work in one industry and you want to start a business in another industry. No. If you want to start a business in manufacturing, then you work in a manufacturing sector. If you want to start business in the creative side, like maybe developing production of movies or television serials, then you work in that kind of setup. If you're into events or managing shows, then you work in that kind of setup. If you're into travel, you work in a travel industry. So work in the connected industry for a few years, understand what the business is all about, how uh, have that uplifting experience wherein from knowing at zero level you go on to a level where you understand the complete business, and then you take a decision whether you really want to have your own brand. So it's not like you can start a business from having no knowledge about the industry. You need to understand that you need to be in the industry to learn that how it works, and then take a decision to get into entrepreneurship.
Yes.
So yeah,
So
it's a
that's
it's a process. It's a
hmm.
process.
Yeah. So without this process, we are not able to reach our success, whatever that we want to achieve. And right now, we've discussed more about entrepreneurship, but your major passion is towards helping people and also powering them. So the new club, or it could be an organization that you've started that is known as Power. And if you see in our region where I belong to, that is in Keman, which belongs to Udupi region. And if you see the ladies, or it could be in my locality, I could think of only one woman who is changing the life, or she's into politics right now, who is impacting a lot of people. Similarly, in our region, very much, I could tell 99% of the females are inside the house and are housewives, and very few of them are working. So, how they can transition from being a housewife or not having that imagination that they could start something on their own, and how you can help them out. So what is that thing that they need to understand that it is possible for them as well?
Yeah, definitely. Every woman, of course, is a beautiful homemaker. That is the basic nature, and they have been doing so beautifully over the last centuries. Women are known to be nurturers, to be homemakers. But at the same time, as we move towards a new century and new thinking, there is something within a woman which says that yes, I will handle my home as well as I can handle something wherein it gives me financial stability, it gives me financial independence, it gives me a creative outlet wherein in her free time. See, when I started also, I had a baby at that time, an infant baby in my arms, but I used to work in the night and I used to take care of the baby in the day. So there are times you have to struggle that like that, but if you are really dedicated to what you want to achieve, then nothing comes in the way. So I could have easily said that no, after my baby grows big I will start my business, but I did not choose to do that. I chose to go ahead with the business in spite of the fact that I had a small infant in my arms, because at that time I realized that time is does not wait for anyone. There is nothing that you can hold in your hand. The time is the easiest thing which slips away. So if you do not utilize your time in the right way, in the right manner, your life will just go by and nothing will be achieved. So for women, I would like to say this, that definitely we respect the fact that you are you are a mother, a a granddaughter, daughter, wife, and daughter-in-law. You are playing all these roles so wonderfully well, and but at the same time, you have to understand that you are equally important to yourself and to the family, and what gives you happiness is also important. So when you look at your children growing up, and when they leave and go to work, or they are independent, then it gives you also a reason to get on with your life, because at that time it's too late to decide. So earlier on only, if you decide that yes, I will parallelly take care of a small venture and nurture it just as how I'm nurturing my child, then by the time the child becomes a teenager and when they move out for studies, the woman is happy that she has something like a business, or her own venture to fall back on, which gives her happiness and which gives her that creative outlet. So this is emotional, and this is very important for every woman, I would say. So mainly the men have to encourage that their wives, it doesn't mean that they're going to neglect their home. It doesn't mean this and that at all, because I have managed home, in-laws, daughter, husband, everything. It's highly challenging. I agree about that, but it's not impossible, and it's something that now when my daughter wanted to go to Bangalore for her studies, uh, I was feeling that it's like I have my business which I can concentrate on. My daughter, she is so beautifully grown up and independent about taking care of herself. So that's a good feeling you get at the end of the day. So women, I feel, should take that one step and engage in activities like their talent, like it may be craft. I know of so many women, and that's the reason why in 2009 we started, 11 of us, we started the platform of women entrepreneurs. That means that when we started, we were all alone. But we don't want that to happen for other women. We want them to know that we are there to nurture their talent. We are there to support them in their dreams. And we are there to support the belief that you can succeed, with all the challenges. Also, success is something which is achievable. So that's when we started in 2009 with 10 women, 11 women, and today in 2022, 23, we have more than 100 women entrepreneurs as members. So, it's a beautiful organization where we all work together and understand, and each one is doing something very different. And we are so inspired by each one. Each one is bringing in a lot of creativity, and dynamism. So women can achieve. Only thing they need is a little bit of encouraging words and a community which supports their work. So that's important and respects their work.
Yes, ma'am. The things that you have mentioned regarding women entrepreneurship and how their husband should support them is one of the important thing right now that should happen in India. Because I personally believe that women are capable of many more things. Because if you see in the past, there were great warriors such as Rani Lakshmi Bai, or we have Indira Gandhi, such good personalities that they have, and they have contributed a lot towards the world. So if we create a community in such a way that we help these women to develop and nurture them, obviously we can see our country growing, and there is no discrimination and no such things will happen in the future. So that's a valuable information that you have given. And creating a community, yes, we know, if you recollect in the previous societies, or it could be in history, when women were not being treated equally compared to men, and right now the trend has also been continuing as well. So how much do you think that maybe the past experiences or the community that they are living in right now, where many people are telling that it is not possible for you, you are not supposed to do that activity. So how much do you think that is impacting the mindset of a woman, or it could be the dreams of a woman?
Yeah, definitely. Encouragement is something that is very much required if a woman has to take up any kind of a profession. It may be as a daughter or as a wife. Uh, there has to be an agreeable family support, and not only family support, but overall the society has to understand that and respect that decision of the woman. So uh, yeah, previously in the past, I'm sure if I take my mother's example, like she was an extremely dynamic woman, but she was married at the age of 17, and she had a family of three children by the age of 28, and there was not any opportunity for her to develop her qualities of leadership or of a profession. She was completely into home and taking care of the children and the family. But later, when we got married and I came to Mumbai and my sister moved out of the parental home, definitely my mother was struggling with a lot of emotional issues, because she saw that the children are now not no longer there, and it was a lonely time for her. So what has happened in the past should not be repeated for the next generation. So that much care we have to take, that today's woman is having not only a home that she loves, but also a profession that she enjoys. It cannot be like the previous generation which sacrificed their entire life for their family, and then later on in their elderly age they are left quite lonely, and depression also sets in. So to cope with all these uh, issues of the mind, if you're fully occupied with and cultivate an interest and occupy yourself with business or art or craft or profession, it really adds value to your life. And when you are happy, when the woman of the house is happy, the whole family, happiness spreads all over. So the children are also very happy to see their mother happy, and the husband, he also should be happy that his wife is in a happy frame of mind. So that's how important encouragement is from both the in-law side and the maternal home. Both sides, they should nurture, uh, they should not have a gender bias, or they should nurture their children equally and give them equal opportunities to develop themselves as independent, and you know uh, they are the future of our country. So we need to look at them like that. They are the assets of the country. So we need to develop the male and female child equally.
Yes, ma'am. So that's very well said. And when you're telling that when the woman is happy, the family is also happy. So that is one of the important aspect, because women, they manage everything from husband to the children, and also maybe grandparents are also there, and all the family. If the woman is happy, everybody is happy. That quote, or it could be that statement, plays truly 100% in every family as well in India. And we have discussed more about women entrepreneurship. We have also discussed more about entrepreneurship, how we can start it as well. So, while coming to your activities right now in the future, so what are your plans in such a way that you can help women entrepreneurs develop?
Yeah, definitely. Like we have this organization which we started, Power Platform of Women Entrepreneurs, wherein we are nurturing the talent which is available in every woman and trying to give them a platform wherein they can, develop it into a business. We give them the marketing support through the Power Parba Marketing Fair. It's going to be held from 13th, 14th, and 15th in the Bidden Good grounds in Udupi, where 100 women entrepreneurs are going to exhibit their whatever they are manufacturing, like may be food items, it may be apparels or clothing or handicrafts, beautiful wares are available over there in the Beat and Goody ground. So this is the marketing fair which we have done to promote women entrepreneurs. Then we have the Business Excellence Summit, wherein we acknowledge women entrepreneurs who have excelled in their business. So the same way last year we had acknowledged and awarded it to one entrepreneur from Bangalore. And after she won the award, she had kept the award in her. She had a small bakery and a restaurant. So when she kept it there, the news went that she had won the Best Women Entrepreneurship Award. Even the banks came forward to give her the loan which she was looking at for expansion. One of the ladies had a food truck, and we gave her the Best Startup Award. And the Mahindra Group of Companies chairman, he saw that she had won this award, and he gifted her a food truck, under the Mahindra banner. So these are things which impacts the ladies if we acknowledge them, because there's no other organization which acknowledges women entrepreneurs, especially in the coastal area. So we have taken the lead and we are doing that, and it's really bringing a lot of success to women and making them proud of what their achievements. So, other than that, what we do is I'm also associated with the Lions Club of Manipal, wherein we do a lot of activities connected to children. We have conducted a summer camp for the children of migrant workers, where we had 11 days of all kinds of activities. The children from the slums were invited to be part of it. So we had 100 children. We approached MIT to give us a hall, and they were very kind enough to give us the auditorium, where we had beautiful engagements like bamboo making, then Zumba. We had dance. We took them for a 3D movie. We had a lot of singing and yoga and uh, a full fun one. It was a fundraiser also, so we could raise money and we could give them the lunch, breakfast, and snacks. All these 100 children, we would pick them up from the slums. We would bring them to MIT. They would have these activities, and in the evening, drop them back. So there are now this year we have done the Hadu Ni Hadu singing competition for children, which is for two districts, Udupi and Dakshin Kannada. So that is some another outreach program wherein we want to promote the talent of coastal Karnataka. So it's a singing TV reality show which is coming to you on Reform, and we have amazingly talented children. So I would request everybody to log on to Hadu Ni Hadu on the Facebook and Instagram page and YouTube. If you just type Hadu Ni Hadu, you will get the link, and please go and watch the talent which is there in our coastal area. So this is the kind of activities we do connected to women and children.
That is awesome, ma'am. Like, I think so. The activities that you have told, I think so. A lot of energy to do so many things. Like, you have tomorrow, you have that session in the ground regarding the power, and also you're recording the Hardoni Hardu series as well, the reality show. So that's really great. I feel proud. I think so. The audience or the listener who's listening will also feel proud about your work as well. So that is really great, ma'am. So we had a really great session. We have dived deep into the women entrepreneurship. So your journey from Bombay till Manipal, and how in these 21 years, so what kind of experience that you have done. You have shared a lot, so that gives a lot of value to this podcast as well. And talking about Hadu Ni Hadu, in the previous podcast, we had a discussion with one of the judge of Hadu Ni Hadu, that is Mr. Suhas Kaushik sir. So we also dive deep into the music industry. So him being a violinist and also a good singer. So we have shared a lot of experience regarding that. So if you missed that session, you can go back, you can check it out, and you can listen to more of it. What is Hadu Ni Hadu all about? So, anyways, ma'am, so
Yeah,
thank.
very grateful to Suhas Kaushik sir for being our honorable judge for Hadu Ni Hadu, and it's been a beautiful journey. There's a lot to learn in this, and we are so grateful. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome, ma'am. So, anyways, thank you for your time and thank you for being in this podcast, ma'am.
Thank you, Harshit, and thank you for the opportunity. God bless you.